Adrian, how's it going? First of all, apologies about the not getting your training block. That's entirely my fault. There's a way that I construct the blocks, and I'd forgotten to. I think I'd like edited a previous block of yours that was a 5 week block, and forgot to change the setting that I have to say it was a 4 week block. So I didn't get this notification. But it's just building now, basically, so it should be with you very shortly. Um, yeah, as for this issue with the injuries, it not sure. It could be that I'm giving you too much uh, training stimulus, basically. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. I'm hoping that the 4 week blocks will help, but it might be that I need to deload your upper body a bit more. So we'll keep an eye on it, basically. But do like from your end, if you kind of like, I mean, this information is already really useful. But yeah, if you can kind of like keep an eye on just if you feel like through a training block you feel worse and worse, or if you feel on certain days it's really really bad and that's a pattern, try to kind of like keep track of that and then communicate that to me, because that will really help me iterate stuff basically. Because I don't, yeah, it's difficult. Well, it's bad practice to kind of make decisions without it being informed. However, if we do consistently see this pattern that you're picking up little injuries, like just no matter what, but even without understanding why, then I'll just make some generic changes and see what effect that has. But yeah, this all looks good. Look forward to seeing the squats. Yeah, bit concerned about this like bench with the niggles that you keep picking up, but yeah, let me know about that. And yeah, I'll make a mental note of these slightly weird deadlifts. Yeah, I mean, I think this is the best your squats have ever looked. Like, really, really, really. I think the only thing that I would be looking for still is a little bit more. So, like, we can see there's a lot of, like, rib cage flare here. I think we're not going to ever get rid of that completely, and I would never try to do that. But I think just, like, as part of your brace, just make sure that at least you're feeling your obliques. And that'll remove some of the negative impact of being so kind of, like, pushed forwards in your rib cage. And then trying to kind of like leave the knees as far forward as possible. I mean, you're doing a really good job there actually. But this is going to be what breaks down is the knees will shoot back for you, shoot back quickly out of the hole. So just be aware of that. And that again is going to be, I think I mentioned this before, this like relationship between the shin bone internal rotation, and foot and all this stuff. Basically, your ability to put force into the ground with your knee forwards. Yeah, super easy. Oh yeah, the the wide sumos. You also have like these plates are just a joke, right? That you can flex the bar a ton before the even more than like if you had this like something you can maybe think about if you're in this situation again. It's like if you put one of these high diameter plates at the edge, it just it slightly reduces the amount the bar can bend. Yeah, I mean this obviously looks a bit messier than what we'd see from you normally, but there's not much not much feedback to give you there because we know why. Just trying to see here if there's any clues about your shoulders from sort of what's happening. I don't think so. I think this is all looking like relatively normal. Alright, Camparinis. I think those are pretty good. Yeah, possibly your assuming this is not flipped, but your right foot here is possibly a bit too far forwards. But this is generally good. The things to be trying to do right is, yeah, because you're kind of like having to completely lock out this, the left foot. What am I talking about? The thing to be kind of looking out for here is that you're able to send your left hip, the right side of your hips in this position, the right side backwards, such that the right side hip point here is behind the left side hip point as you push backwards. It also might be the case that this step is a tiny bit too high. I think really something like more like a plate might be more appropriate. This is a bit too high. Yeah. I think I prefer like a bit more of a so right now you have like a positive shin angle. So I prefer like a slightly, or at least a vertical shin or a slightly negative shin angle so you have this negative shin angle on the right. But I think on the active side, i.e. the right side here, I keep getting my left and right mixed up. What the hell's wrong with me? Sorry. Your left leg is in this negative shin angle. I want your right leg to have at least a neutral shin angle, maybe a little bit negative. And I think this is just basically in the setup that you're doing here. Hopefully through that absolute miserable loss of left and right in my brain, that made sense. But yeah, I think just change the setup here a little bit and you'll be fine. I think you are kind of achieving this hip shift towards the active leg, which is what we want. So that's good. But yeah, just maybe put it's just like a small plate basically is sufficient. And even you can do this without a plate as long as you're getting this hip shift, then it's all good basically. Cool, good stuff. But yeah, apologies again for the program. I'll send this to you now. Yeah, it's finished building, so I'll send this over to you now. But yeah, just to refocus on the injury point, do try to make a mental note of these patterns that may or may not be existing, and we will sort of attack the program as necessary from there. All right, man. Cheers.